Hello everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12 Episode 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you are a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, y'all, I was half paying attention a majority of this episode because the season wasn't all that, so I don't know how they was gonna make the reunion all that, but here we go. Now, Andy is reading off these receipts that Portia has given to him about how Kenya was talking about Cynthia behind her back, and I was like, did we really need receipts? We seen Kenya do that on camera when she was being shady towards Cynthia at her winery bar thing. She's like, those are $5. They should be way down there. And then when she was questioning Cynthia about, what wine goes with this, and to me, Cynthia, she has a wine cellar. She didn't say that she was a wine expert. She's just there to sell wine, and yes, she should know a little bit more about wine, but the girl just like opened up the business. Kenya was being shady all the way through. Even when Cynthia was thinking about decorating her closet, Kenya was like side-eyeing her about that. So she didn't need receipts. We saw this. She was her own receipts. Let me just say that. Portia, she goes on to say that she and Kenya were cool before they was filming, and when they started filming, they were still cool. But like as time went on, she was seeing the old Kenya, and she felt that she was being fake. And as far as and like she came for her like that whole Dennis thing, like Dennis and bestiality and all those things, and that comment that Kenya made about did Dennis was being more specific about what type of dog style or something like that. Whatever she said, this is when they was supposed to be cool or whatever. Like Kenya, she was doing a lot. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say that everybody else on this show ain't did a lot, because they do. Kenya and Nene, they are almost the same person. And I think that's why they don't get along a lot. Is they the same person. They like to read each other. They act like they ain't did nothing wrong. They do stuff and then like, well, you didn't did this, that, and the third to me too. So when I do what is wrong, they the same person all the way around. Can't make me believe any otherwise. I know that was a whole lot of broken English right there. Can't make me, yeah. Anyways, like I said, I was barely paying attention. They talk about Kenya being shady and crashing people's events. And it's just like, well, what about when Shamia and Portia are drinking water out of my product bottles? So I was like, that's a good question. My question is, why did you have water in your product bottles? Now, me, I'm the type of person, lotion. I'll see a new lotion. I want to see what it smells like before I get it. Shampoo, same thing. Perfume, smell it to see if I like it. They doggone figured out it was water, and they thought it was funny that you have your products out here, but you have it filled with water. And you should have been like, these are the packaging of the products. The products are not in there as of yet. And it would have been cool. But Portia's like, I didn't drink her water. That was Shamia. I was like, I was just wondering why it was water in your containers in the first place. But like she did that with Phaedra. Phaedra was having an event, and Kenya showed up with some lingerie, like lingerie type stuff on with fake booty pads. Came in there and did that. She came to Marlo's event, promoting her Kenya Mo hair care, cutting up several foods. She did that. She's always doing stuff like that. So when you go do something like that at her event, she get mad. And y'all, I about fell out when Portia pulled out her little comment. Because, Andy always, we have a question from Jessica from Tallulah, Alabama. She was like, Tanya, do you believe Kenya worked along with the whole cookie lady situation? Eva tried to defend herself, saying how she tried to get Tanya out of there, but Tanya's like, Eva, you was too busy eating on the cookies that the cookie lady brought. And she's like, and they was good too. And I would have given Eva, a pass since she was pregnant and she always hungry. But the way she was like, yep, I ate them, and what? Like, she was mad at Tanya about the situation. It was like that whole cookie lady situation was completely... It was unnecessary, it was uncalled for. But Tanya was like, she tried to show up and try to drop a bomb, and the bomb didn't go off. It's just simple as that. She thought she was going to be out here hurting somebody, and it's not. And I was like, it was funny that she was going on and on about Tanya's boyfriend, fiance, Paul, and how he was trying to get some other woman's number and this, that, and the third. But then like an episode or two later, she talked about how Mark one of his ex was like still trying to get with him, and she had to tell the lady, I'm his wife, and yada yada yada, and all this other stuff. I was like, you made it seem like Mark was actually factually out here cheating when you was telling this to Cynthia and Candy. But when we get on a reunion, I never said that. I just said someone was trying to get with him. I was like, oh, okay. Mama Joyce and Todd, they doing cool since Baby Blaze has been born. You know, new baby always brings, people together. Now, I guess that was the same thing after Ace, and then Mama Joyce went back to her old ways. And as far as Mama Joyce wanted Candy's money, Mama Joyce had money before Candy had money. So now Candy got money, she gonna be taking care of her mama. But I was like, I'm not saying Mama Joyce don't have money. It's just that she's so focused on who else is gonna get a hold of Candy's money is the problem. Like, Candy and Todd are married, been together 6 years, got out on it, a whole family together, been out here making businesses together, making money together, and you still think this man is after her money? Like, really? Anyways, Eva talks about her relationship, and I cannot think of that dude's name, Marley's biological father. Now, he done already lost his cool in court. He was mad that Eva had Marley's name changed to Sterling. So he then went to the court. I want her name changed back, and I want custody, and I want child support. Well, in the midst of the court proceedings, he got to acting and cutting up several foods, and they had to arrest him. And she was like, this is what I've been dealing with. And she was completely honest. Look at her. We was not in a relationship like that. I was doing me, he was doing him. We was having sex. And I ended up getting pregnant. And she eventually started seeing signs that this dude might be potentially, abusive. That went on, and he became abusive. And it wasn't until he beat her so severely that the police were like, you're gonna have to press charges against this fool. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to get some type of record that this fool was crazy. And it turns out that this fool was crazy. And that's why she don't want him to know where she live at. She don't want him in Marley's life. But didn't at one point he's like he don't want nothing to do with her or the baby. But then he switched it like I want the baby now. He ain't ever really been had a relationship with the baby. But now he want custody of the. I know I keep on calling her baby. She was 5 years old. I know I keep on saying that. At one point, Nene, she was going back and forth with everybody. And then she ended up leaving. Like I said, I was barely paying attention to this episode because I am so over it, and I don't know what they gonna do as far as season 13. Now this is not my thinking. This is I can't. Poetry, she said this, and I'm gonna try to get her name because child, I was just watching a video yesterday, and her name escapes me right now, and I know it's going to take too long for me to go to YouTube and find out who. I can just go ahead and do that now. Make this video at least 10 minutes long. So y'all, I was annoyed by this video. But anyway, like I was saying, what they can do is have the people basically film themselves at home. Can't they do that? People be doing on YouTube, be vlogging until, they can get out there and everything. Actually go places. Just be filming themselves in the house until, okay, my twisted life in TV with Poetry. That is her name. I just, the whole, all I can remember with Poetry. My twisted life and TV with Poetry. She was saying, can't they, until, they can start filming together and going places, filming themselves in the house and what they doing, hey, going to the grocery store and how things are different. Them around the house, with their kids and what they do on a daily basis when they not out here cutting up foods and fussing and cussing each other out. Can't they do that? And I was like, that seemed like a thing they could do, but this wasn't my idea. That was my twisted life with Poetry. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on to my beautiful face. Puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it. You can share it with your people. And you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member and one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.